How to. We're gonna color some snow. We're gonna color some snow. We're gonna try the snow stuff. Okay, let's try snow stuff. We're coloring in D. McDonald Designs, have a handmade holiday, full-size coloring pages only. A little tiny book, just a little book, a little bit of book there. It covers all kinds of Christmas themes. So let's get right into it. Okay, coloring snow. My favorite way of doing it at this point, discovering these wonderful things, these wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things. This is a not your ordinary crayon, gel crayon, and wow, if that doesn't make snow easy. So watch and go, wow, that is easy. All right, so I have this little strip here, that's snow. All I'm going to do is color right over that strip. Then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to smear that snow line so that it dissipates. Yeah, like that. That's like really weather lady talk. All right, again, over the line and then the finger. Give it the finger. Oh, I'm giving it the finger. That's right, you are. And just rub it all around. Rub it all around, and you get a really awesome snow line. Oh, ho, ho, it's snow, ho, ho. I'm going to now move my finger upwards because now I'm on the snowman. And I want that to just kind of like just a little bit of snow here, a little bit of snow there, just a little touch of blue that gives us the feeling of snow. Not that snow is blue at all. No, not at all. But you know what? That's what the fun of art is. All right, over by his sleeve and just rub it around. Oh, how easy. Towards his face, up here, working it in with the finger, and then down, 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 and up towards his face, like that. And then just giving it a good rub. You can also use a little bit of Vaseline or petroleum jelly, and that also smears it around a little. But this is just fine because I'm not putting a ton of it down. These are not extremely pricey. They're about $14.95 or even a little bit higher depending on when on Amazon. Not your ordinary gel crayon. Wonderful. Wonderful on big images. But as I say, it's like coloring with lipstick, and coloring with lipstick is really fun. And lipstick goes pretty fast, doesn't it, if you just start rubbing it on pages? Yes, so you want to be a little bit careful with using it. So if you're doing a large page, then you'd want to definitely like get out the petroleum jelly, coat it down, play with it a little bit. And this is just the easiest way I have found of doing snow. Just using the not your ordinary crayon gel crayons and keeping them for certain, certain things and say, you know what, I'm doing some snow, I'm getting those babies out. Otherwise, the crayon does a really good job, which I used up here. So let's go on to, now you got the idea of snow. Ho, 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 snow. Over here, I used crayon first, and I left this one. And then I'm using the unbelievably low-priced Violet Crayola pencil over the violet crayon to drive those colors deep into the paper fibers. And how beautiful, how simple, how easy. Up here, I used a violet red, I believe. I'm just going to grab any shade of something, magenta. And this is a magenta crayon pencil. And I'm going to go right over that crayon and bring that into my paper. So I have a nice, beautifully covered, gorgeous, just gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, over here I use crayon first, a strange green. Let's look at you. Forest Gump, forest green. I'm going to put another layer of forest green crayon down in this area to demonstrate this. Where am I? I'm up here. My book is so big. I'm in towards the end of the book, which makes it a little more difficult for doing this. I don't have the room to spread it out. All right, a little more forest green over here. I'd like the more crayon you can get down, the nicer the coverage is when you add your pencil. So that's the point of that. And I'm just going to pick out aqua green. We use aqua green to, once again, put that crayon deeper into the paper, and it smooths it out very nicely. Very, very nicely. And then I forgot the inside of my bow. That is something I do very often. I catch myself and go, I did the bow. Yeah, but you forgot about the center. So I'm just going to take the Crayola red. And while I've got the Crayola red out, I'm going to come along the outside of the bow a little bit and put a little extra color there. Now, do you have to use crayon? No. I'm going to show you the Crayola red pencil all by itself. It does a pretty doggone job. And that is on Create Space paper. I have to keep pointing that out because it's not going to be wonderful on every paper, but it really, really works very well on this paper. So I'm going to take a little bit of red on my orange buttons. I just decided to go with his orange nose. And then I'm going to show you that the very last step would be to take out those pricey pencils. In this case, the Prisma Premiers. And I'm only going to use a tiny bit of them. And that is what I say is the cool part of doing this, is because it's going to, your pencils, your expensive pencils will last so much longer. Give it a little oomph, and then they go back in their little can, and you say goodbye. I will use the inexpensive stuff for the majority of my coloring and come through with just tipping it off. All right, so I used purple there. I guess I have these out. So let's do purple crayon, violet. Violet for the scarf. They're going to match, these two little snowmen. They went to the same store on the same day, and they bought the same scarf. They did. Yes, they did. Then over it, the crayon, I bring it on home with the Crayola inexpensive pencil, working the crayon in, and it covers so beautifully. It looks so nice. All right, done with that. Now, crayon orange. Any orange will do. I'm going to put orange in it for his nose. He doesn't actually have he has different buttons than the other guy. Yeah, he got different buttons. So I'm just going to do the inside of the button. His mittens are going to match. They both got the same mittens on the same day at the same store. They sure did. I should have put some snow in there. No, I want to give him a shirt. He's wearing he's got sleeves. I don't know why, but he's going to have sleeves. This one's going to have orange on the brim, and you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do up there, but it's speaking to me. It's saying put orange there too. Okay, because I like to move it around. And I think a little bit of orange on my bunny. Hello, little bunny that's stuck in the snowdrift. I thought it'd be kind of nice to do snow today because I don't know where you are, but it is hot, hot, hot here just outside New Orleans. Just outside New Orleans, hot, hot, hot. So now I'm going over where I put the orange with an orange Crayola pencil. So nicely smoothing my colors in and making it look amazing. And it has to do with this paper. Try this on cardstock. It just doesn't. Crayons and cardstock are not happy together. Crayons and Create Space, marriage made in the heavens. In the heavens. Do you take this crayon to be your wedded paper wife? I do, I really, really do. Ba, 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 ba. All right, now I have those buttons to deal with. I'm going to just go with the pencil, no crayon. And I'm pushing with a pretty good sense of power. And putting that in there, and I'm only going to do half the button in red, just to give it a little debness. Okay, I missed something. I missed the purple here. So I'm going to purple him in. And then the green on the hat, because they're matching. The little matching guys. So back to the forest of green. Pull that in there. There. Then I used anything to put it in. Any shade of green will work. Any shade of green pencil over the crayon. And wow, if that isn't fun. One of the neat things is the pencil slides over the crayon, which is very waxy, and gives you absolutely no coloring resistance. It's just a blast. Okay, then I used Prisma over here. Just a teeny tiny bit of some kind of green. Looks like apple. Spring green, apple green. And I put a little bit in that corner. You can hardly even tell, but I could tell. Then I used a bit of bold blue, which right now I can't find, so I hope it's you. You are China blue. Close. I'm testing it. Close. I used a little bit of a darker blue Prisma, just a tiny bit. Just to give it just a little bit of a depth of a darkness, because that's what the Prisma will do over the crayon, over the pencil. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. The horse knows the way to take the sleigh through the depths of the color which are not ordinary crayon snow. Wish those would have been on Amazon Prime, but they weren't. No, nothing that I really wanted was. However, I was really pretty happy that $5 deal came up. Spend $15, get $5 off, because that made this big giant book $10. And one of my daughters, grown up, is surprise. All of the books I've sent her, she was in California. Now, she was in Paradise, California when it burnt last November. And everything I've ever sent her burnt too. So I was a little leery about sending anything. She's relocated to a place that's fairly safe. Yeah, Wisconsin. Yeah, because it has to be safe. Who would want to live there? Not me. Grew up there, born there. I moved away from there. I like where I live, even though it's every place has its whatevers. But oh boy, if you've ever been to New Orleans, it just if you're artistic, it will just capture your heart. Even though I haven't been there in years, it's not that far away. But you know what? Sometimes that's how life goes. You can be really close to something and not be able to get there. That's how it goes. All right, last thing I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to grab a blue twistable gel crayon, and where all these little dots are, I'm just going to use the twistable light blue over those snow dots, because I'm thinking that might really work really nicely. And along now where I didn't rub the crayon, I'm going to put a teeny tiny bit. Wow, this is one of the few I didn't frame it in pages. Look at that. Oh, spank the deb. Normally, I always make sure there's a frame, and I'm really picky about that to other people. Critical, very critical. Oh, I did it myself. That was a complete oversight. I missed that. Yeah, I did. I did. Okay, now I said I wanted to do a sleeve. Do I do it in purple, or do I just go with something totally different? I'm gonna grab violet red, because that's what jumped into my hand. I'm going to do a sleeve in violet red, but I'm going to leave a little tiny bit there. And then his sleeve is over there. I'm not going to worry about his cuff. No, I hardly rarely finish something all at once. I like to give it a little sit time. The hiccups going on here. So I'm grabbing plain old Crayola red with my hiccups, and I'm going over the crayon and working that in very nicely. leaving just a tiny bit of white line in there. I don't know why. Why are you doing that? I'm going to color the whole thing in. There we go. I like that. I'm happy with it. Yay for me. I'm happy. She's happy. She's happy. And I'm putting a little more red in his nose. Because you just start playing and then you can't stop. And someone says, hey, are you going to make dinner? And you're like, no, I'm coloring right now. How about inside of his ears? Yeah, I'm going to give him a little red inside of his ears there. There we go. You know what? As far as I'm concerned, I'm saying this page would be finished. I could do a little bit more. I could go over with the Prisma, light green, whatever you are, and tone up his hat a little, just a tiny bit, just a touch, because I can't stop it. I really do have to make dinner. Oh, it's work. It's cooking. I mean, it's sitting. It's like almost done. All right, so I'm going to look that up. There we go. Another tutorial by someone who is not a, you can do this. That's the kind of person I am. If I can do this, you can do this. Whether you're 5 years old, 15 years old, 55 years old, or 500 years old. Well, I don't know about 500 years old, but someday, who knows? But look at how pretty that is and how easy it was. And what book are we in? We are in the D. McDonald Designs Have a Handmade Holiday Full-Size Coloring Pages Only book. And I'm going to try to log out with us looking at this. Amazing. It's pretty. And it was easy to do. And it didn't cost a fortune in supplies.